Hi there, it's Nicole for Lawn Fawn, and this is a holiday gift tag created with the new Sealed with a Kiss mini stamp set and coordinating dies. These are part of the Black Friday 2016 special promotion. For now, they're only available through Lawn Fawn if you place an order with them over the Black Friday weekend. However, they will be available later on, probably in 2017. For regular purchase. I am creating this tag here using the cute little Sealed with a Kiss seals, plus I've got the little iceberg from the Critters in the Arctic, as well as the stocking cap, and then the Santa hat is from Toboggan Together. And what I'm going to do is place my images on my Misty, or in my Misty. I'm going to pick them all up here, and I'm going to stamp them all at once. I love being able to do this. Not only can I get really good impressions this way because I can stamp the images one on top of another, but I can stamp many images all at once, which is great. I am stamping all of these on some craft cardstock instead of white. I have really been loving the look of coloring on craft cardstock lately with colored pencils. So that's what I'm going to do here today. I think these would make darling Valentine's tags and other things like that, but they really work for anything. And so I wanted to make this a holiday themed tag here. I have die cut 2 tags from craft cardstock using the stitched circle tagged dies from Lawn Fawn. This is the largest of those dies. And then I'm taking the Yeti white pigment ink and creating a little snowflakes here in the background using an image from Toboggan Together. And this is going to create a fun sky effect. I'm doing this on both the front and back of the tags. When I'm doing tags like this, I like to do 2 and place them back to back. Gives you a nice finished back to tags. I've got my Sealed with a Kiss greeting here, and I'm going to start with that near the bottom. However, I just didn't like it all the way across. It's really too wide. So I'm going to stack them one on top of another. Plus, this is going to make it a lot easier to stamp it in 2 tones. So along the bottom edge, it says With a Kiss in the black licorice ink. Then I'll take the lobster ink and I'm going to stamp the word sealed. And that word is scripty and the other phrase is not. I love the combination of the 2 there together. Next, I'm going to take a to and from an older tag stamp set from Lawn Fawn. Go ahead and pick both of those up with an acrylic block and stamp that with lobster red ink on the back of the tag. So I have a nice little area to write the recipient's name and who the gift is from. What I love about that is it's on the back of the tag, so the front of the tag could actually be used as an ornament for the recipient if they choose to. Next, I am going to start coloring in my images with colored pencils. I am using Prismacolor colored pencils here and combining them and layering them to get just the look that I want. I love the way colored pencils look on craft cardstock. I think it's incredible. Without the addition of some blender agents. I'm not even using a blender pencil, which you could if you wanted to. I didn't even use it for these small images. Or Gamsol and a stump pencil. I'm not using that as well, but you could if you wanted to. I love how beautifully these colors blend on here. You can see I started with a little white and I'm layering in a couple shades of gray for both of my seals. Really fast coloring. I did not spend tons and tons of time on this. I did it really fast and the results were still incredible. Again, I like to start with anywhere that I think might be a little bit more of a highlight or lighter color. I'll start with that first. In this case, I started with a little base color of white, even though I'm not really having a ton of white there. I just want that nice highlight. And then I'm blending in a dark and a mid-tone type of gray color as well. Coloring over that, I even added a little red to the cheek on one of the seals. Once all of that is colored in, I am going to color in the rest of my images as well. I've got 2 little hats so that I can adorn both of the images with some hats. I love mixing and matching my Lawn Fawn stamps and they make it so easy where so many of the images will work together so well. So while the little Sealed with a Kiss stamp set is really small, it comes with the seals, of course, and the little thought bubble and a nice greeting and things. There aren't a lot of other stamps with this. So go ahead and look into your collection and see what you have on hand. I love being able to mix and match. I've got my 2 hats here colored with some more colored pencils. Then I want to color in my little iceberg, and I started with a nice coat of white again, and then I've got a frosty blue and another blue, and I'm going to blend those out until I get the color the way I want it to look. I love that you can make an image look white with colored pencils on craft cardstock. I think the contrast there is incredible. It looks really great. And the little touches of blue gives it that icy look and feel. I'm going to go over this with the Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen after I die cut it. Another idea, if you wanted to, would be to take some glossy accents. I've used that before over some Copic coloring when I've done this iceberg, and it'll give it a really nice glossy glass kind of icy finish, which is awesome. To be honest, I did not want to wait for the glossy accents to dry, so I didn't use it here today. I did die cut all of these images with the coordinating Sealed with a Kiss, Toboggan Together, and Critters in the Arctic dies. I'm going to pop them all out here. And then go ahead and start building up my scene. So I'm going to adhere the little iceberg first. Once I get that in place, I'm going to take that Wink of Stella clear glitter brush pen and go over it so it has a little bit of that glitter and shine. It's a little hard to see in the video, but in real life, well, you can see it a little bit better there. It's got some really nice texture to it just with that little touch of glitter. While that's drying, I am going to take my white opaque pen and add some detail to both of the seals, just adding little white dots kind of along the backs of both of them. Once I have my little white dots all in place, I am going to take a black glaze pen and add detail to noses and eyes and things like that. Now, these eyes are closed, so I don't really want to add little dots to them. Instead, I will take a fine detail black pen and draw in those eyes instead. I think especially with colored pencils, it tends to mute things like faces, and I really want those to pop. I think that the face kind of makes the image, so I definitely want it to stand out. I've got a really fine tip pen, and I'm just very, very carefully going over those face details on both images. And that looks awesome now. I really like how that looks. I will go ahead and attach my images now to my tag. I'm going to use some Zotz Bling glue dots to attach these since the images are fairly small. And unfortunately, I smudged the nose on the seal on the right a little bit, and instead of redoing it, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I managed to fix it this time. You can't always do that. In fact, I recommend making sure that you let that black glaze pen sit for a little bit before you touch the die cut or whatever it is. But I was in a hurry, so I did not. But I'm going to take my colored pencil and just color over that, and kind of chips away some of that glaze pen that's dry. I will go ahead and put the little hats on each of my images now. Again, using those Zotz Bling glue dots to attach them. I'm going to attach my tags back to back, lining those up there. I didn't get it quite right, so I'm going to try again here. And that is looking great. I want to do a little thought bubble, the little moi, from the Sealed with a Kiss stamp set. So I'll stamp that on some smooth white cardstock and die cut that with the coordinating Sealed with a Kiss little thought bubble die. And again, attach that to my tag with some little bling glue dots right there in between the two seals. And that finishes off the scene so nicely. I'll flip it over and you can see the back of the tag. Finally, I just have a little red and white baker's twine to thread through the top of my tag. I'm going to knot that, and then I'm going to thread some white silk ribbon through 2 jingle bells, a white and a red jingle bell. Once I have the ribbon threaded through both, I'm going to take that through the top of my tag. And then I'm going to knot this kind of going around and then between my jingle bells, and then I'm going to tie it in a little bow to hang there between the two. I love jingle bells for adding to tags and things. I do not always use those for cards because they're bulky and that would be hard to mail. So when I'm doing a dimensional project like a tag, I love to be able to incorporate things like jingle bells. Plus they are a great finishing touch to a holiday themed gift tag. I'll trim up the ends of the ribbon, and this holiday gift tag showcasing the Black Friday Sealed with a Kiss stamp set and coordinating dies is all finished. Thanks for joining me for this gift tag today. The supplies I've used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos showcasing Lawn Fawn stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.